Nothing on website.
Sound check, sound check, sound check. Okay, don't adjust your set. This is what it is. It's black and white for today. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports. Conversation in topic today is Andre Ward retires reaction video. For those of you, I do apologize for the video I did with Hay versus Bellew. It's exactly the same settings that I had yesterday that I've got on today. So I don't understand why my sound went yesterday. I'm still working on it, and eventually we'll get things together. Anyway, so I'll tell you a little story before I go on. I was inspired to do this video. I actually wasn't going to do a video about it, and explain why I was going to do a video, because everyone knows Andre Ward is actually my favorite fighter. Well, most people know Andre Ward's my favorite fighter, and I recognize him as the pound for pound #1 fighter in the world. Based on his resume, the guy he's fought still remained unbeaten. And I know people argue about the Kovalev thing. Neither here nor there. He retires unbeaten, and for me, fought the best of the best at we fought the best that was around at the super middleweight division at that time. Or people come and say, well, he didn't fight Bute. What if he had fought Bute? There'd have been some other argument. You know, there's some no pleasing some people, and if you talk to some people in boxing, they, you know, you can pick holes at any fighter if you want to, or you can appreciate a master at work. And Andre Ward, for me, I see alongside Floyd Mayweather as another master in the sport of boxing. Fought all the guys that were put in front of him. Remember when he started his career in the Super 6 tournament, he was an underdog coming in. Nobody kind of gave him a chance. It was the Europeans that expected Froch, Kessler to do something, Abraham to do something at the Super 6 tournament, and Andre Ward came along and ripped the complete script up. It was made for a European fighter to win. Andre Ward came along and ripped up the script and fought everybody. I find it laughable today. People will say, "Oh, well, he didn't fight. He didn't fight Bute." Well, okay, you went and fought Kovalev. You went and fought Kovalev in a weight division higher. And I would say Kovalev hits arguably much harder than Lucien Bute, and Bute is not known for the great use of chins. But anyway, I find it laughable. But you know, people will say what they say just to be heard. It's not that I'm saying, you know, I'm not arguing with them. I'm just saying, but you know, if it doesn't matter in this particular society of boxing, if you beat King Kong, they'll say you should fight. You didn't fight Godzilla. You fight Godzilla. They'll tell you Godzilla was too old. If you go and fight the Big Mama Jamma, they'll tell you that, well, the Big Mama Jamma, well, who had he fought before he fought? So you're always going to find somebody. It doesn't matter who the fighter is in the world today. They're going to be somebody out there to pick holes in it, because people just like to pick holes. So even Muhammad Ali, oh yeah, well, he couldn't fight well on the inside. Oh well, Muhammad Ali, he didn't feel a body shot. Oh, Muhammad Ali, well, he got knocked down by the same punch over and over again, the left hook. Oh well, Mike Tyson, well, who's the best fight? He was the best guy he fought. We could go on and on and on and on. You know, you go on and on and on and on with this debate. And oh well, Sugar Ray Robinson, well, look at all the fights Sugar Ray Robinson, look at all the fights he lost. Well, you know. So, oh, Joe Kawasaki, he retired. Well, Joe Kawasaki, he Who did he fight? Oh, well, he fought Roy Jones at the end of his career, and he fought Hopkins at the end of his career. Okay, well, Bernard Hopkins, well, who did he beat? Oh, yeah, he beat some good fighters, but oh, yeah, but he pulled Oscar De La Hoya up from welterweight up to middleweight. So yeah, and then Trinidad was a blown up welterweight as well. So you know, and Hopkins isn't that great. So people will go on and on and on, as you know, will go on and on and on. And so you know, so you say me, in my opinion, you just have to keep the fighters that you think in your mind or in my mind. I have to say, you know what, these are the fighters I like. These are the guys I like. Personal preferences, regardless of anywhere it is. That's it. So Andre was my favorite fighter based on what he achieved in his career, but not only that, the way he conducted himself with class. And you know, people sometimes look at people, other people think, well, okay, if I was a boxer, who would I want to be like in the world of boxing? And I would say, if anyone I could be, I'd be Andre Ward. No, you be yourself. Now, I'd be Andre Ward in terms of the way he conducted himself, the blueprints of being a great fighter. I think Andre Ward has the hallmarks of being a great fighter, how he conducts himself in and out the ring. You know, I always compare Andre Ward to being like the Batman of boxing because of his mindset. You know, he's not the biggest puncher, he's not the fastest mover, he's not got the quickest of hands, but what he does have is a great, powerful mind. He really has tapped into his mental strength, and he's always able to find a way to beat you. You know, he'll sit there in a room and he'll probably dissect you and dissect how he'll beat you. And that's what I love about Andre Ward. Phenomenal fighter. Okay, he's not the most prettiest to watch, but he gets the job done. And I rather substance over a show. And he beat the best. He obviously had something right, and method, because he did what he did. He was an underdog in a Super Six and did what he had to do. Hadn't got beaten since he was, I don't know how many years and how young he was last time he got beat, but he was successful and he's gone on. Now, in terms of this retirement thing, I have to go shout out to a very special lady out there by the name of Denise Wards. Shout out to Denise. She sent me an email saying that Ward had retired and would love to have heard my thoughts on it. So Denise, this video is particularly for you. So thank you for the email. Initial thoughts? Well, I'll take you back. Yesterday there was a post on Ward's wall, and it was just a picture of the belts, all the belts on the top rope. Now I was wondering to myself, well, is he considering retirement, or is this part of some sort of a deal he's trying to put together to kind of, you know, last minute deal to try and negotiate money in a way, more money than he, you know, negotiate more money. So next day we discover he's retired. Now, he could have generally just retired, Andre Ward, but it doesn't add up for me. And I'll tell you why it doesn't add up for me. And maybe it's just me being hopeful, but he always talked about wanting to fight a heavyweight. He always talked, he's a very ambitious man, Andre Ward, and he don't care what anybody thinks. If he wants to do something, he's going to go and do it. So I think the retirement thing could be a smokescreen. Sure, maybe people don't want to pay for Ward versus Adonis Stevenson. Maybe that fight will never get made for whatever reason. But if Andre Ward were to come back, let's say 6 months or a year from now, and he was quietly now throwing out this retirement thing as a smokescreen and building his body and preparing his body to fight either a cruiserweight or a heavyweight as a new campaign, I think Ward in the cruiserweight division, Ward would sit back and say, all right, let me wait a second. Let me wait until that Super 8 tournament is done and completed, right? And the winner of that Super 8 tournament, I got challenge. I'm going to take on and challenge. But I gave myself time, my body to rest and heal. I'll hold up. I'll give up all my belts because, okay, well, I pay sanctioning fees. Listen, I'm the number one. Right? I don't prove anything. It's a new challenge for me. Let me see if I can do this again. Let me see if I can do it in another division. I've done it in the super middleweight division. I've done it in the light heavyweight division, almost. Just the WBC belt. Well, that's Adonis Stevenson. Let me see if I can do it in the cruiserweight division. Let me see what damage I can do in the cruiserweight division. And hey, look, I want to fight the heavyweight division. And let me take a step back. Let me sit back and watch what's going on. Let me see what's going on in the heavyweight division. Let me see what's going on at WBA title. a regular title. Maybe I can find a guy small, not too big, and fight him. Ward is a absolute master. So if Andre Ward is sitting back, is two things. He really has genuinely retired. I heard rumors about HBO not being wanting to pull him back, bring him back, and a new deal, a multi-fight deal. I heard that, but from what I detect, I don't know Andre Ward. From what I pick up from Andre Ward, is that yeah, he's retired. He says his body can't do it no more, or suddenly his body can't do it no more. But not too long ago, he was talking about going to fight Anthony Joshua. So he's either one or the other. To me, I think he's going to sit back, ease up. Everyone's going to think Ward's gone, and I think he's going to come back. I think he's going to come back either in the cruiserweight division or in the heavyweight division. I don't think Andre Ward is gone. I think that Andre Ward is just going to take a little hiatus again. He's taken hiatuses before, but I think he may take a hiatus in this one and then come back when we least expect it and make a big announcement, come back, and then the money will be there, because I think people would want to see him in the cruiserweight division, maybe Ward v Usyk, or maybe Ward in the heavyweight division. It would be exciting to ever see Ward in the cruiserweight and heavyweight division, just because there are people out there that want to see Andre Ward get beat bad. And there's just haters. So for that purpose alone, people want to see. But I'm one of these guys that love greatness. I love people trying to go for greatness. And that's what I love about Ward. He moved from the superweight division up to the light heavyweight division. When people said, you can't, you're too small, you can't beat Kovalev. Kovalev's too big of a puncher. He's going to knock you out. He took everything that Kovalev had, and he beat the bully up in the end. And again, the art of fighting on the inside, which a lot of people don't understand, the art of fighting inside, a beautiful art, be able to get inside of a fighter. And all these guys that like to fight on the outside and do all they want to do and look so great, Ward to say, you know what, screw all that. I don't care what you throw. I'm going to come on the inside and I'm going to do my work. And the man, Kovalev, who crushed everybody else, ended up getting crushed by Andre Ward in the rematch. Beautiful answer to all the haters out there that said that he wouldn't do it. People will still complain, say, oh, well, you know what, Ward didn't knock him out completely. He should have knocked him out cold. And, the punches was low and all the rest of it. But I can assure you, if Kovalev had done the same thing to Ward and had hit Ward the same way, they said it was okay. It's just the way it is. So, in answers to the fact about my feelings about Ward, I think he's going to take a little hiatus, use this retirement thing, like the Floyd thing, follow the master in Floyd as a strategy, and maybe make a comeback at cruiserweight or at heavyweight. I really do feel it. I can't believe a man as ambitious as Andre Ward would give all his belts up suddenly and just retire like that. Nah, because his heart, he'd challenge himself. So hey, throw it out and say, nah, my body can't make it no more. My body, I'm not up for it no more. I'm not fighting no more. And then come back at cruiserweight, heavyweight. Well, that's just maybe me being a Ward fan, or at this point where we have the people who like to repeat, fanboy, if you want to use that word. Maybe I'm being too generous in my opinion in terms of Ward being ambitious. From still a young man, hasn't taken too much punishment in the ring, successful in 2 weight divisions. I can't see Ward's ego, and I don't mean that in a detrimental sense. I mean just in his whole self. I just can't see him just retiring and just disappearing like that. I think he'd want to go. He'd be looking and thinking, could I really become heavyweight champion of the world? Could I really become a cruiserweight champion? Could I become a 3-weight world champion? Could I become a 4-weight world champion? Could I beat Anthony Joshua? And all these sort of things are going through his mind, I'm sure. So it'd be interesting to see whether he, during the period of time now that he's not boxing, whether his body suddenly starts to get bigger and bigger, how much more weight he can put on, whether he's going to go behind closed doors and start putting his body up to maybe cruiserweight division and see how he does against the cruiserweights, and really challenge himself and tuck himself away for a year to fight at heavyweight. So he comes back a year later and fights at heavyweight. Can he do it? If anybody can, it's Andre Ward. That mind of his. And I'm not going to be one to underestimate Andre Ward and what he would do next. But don't put it past Andre Ward. He's in his back cave, probably sitting down, behind closed doors and going, let me see who I could take out in this cruiserweight division. But he won't open and say anything about that. No. Keep that very quiet. But I'm sure he may just be plotting away, trying to pick a opponent for a cruiserweight debut or a heavyweight debut. And if he did that, I'm sure he would get paid the money, especially if it's the guy that's unified the cruiserweight division. Why not? The former, light heavyweight unified champion versus the unified cruiserweight champion of the world, or the winner of the Super 8 tournament. Wow. So I think that's going to be good. It'll be interesting to see. Of course, the Tony Belly fight sadly didn't happen. So maybe he has genuinely retired. I don't know. I'm not Andre Ward's. I don't work with Andre Ward's people, but these are just my thoughts. So that's it. Denise, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I'm sure a lot of people in the boxing community know who Denise Wards is. Avid boxing fan and very supportive. So Denise, thanks a lot. Appreciate you. So that's it. That's my thoughts on Ward retiring. Let's see if he sticks to his word, like a Lennox Lewis, or like a let's say he sticks to his word like a Lennox Lewis and a Marvin Hagler and a Joe Kazaki, or whether he comes back like the Grandmaster of Retirement, Floyd Money Mayweather. Thanks for subscribing. I'm out. Take care.